who were in class 10 and in ICSE board. Okay, or in CBSE board, not a problem. The concept is same. So, chapter 22 probability. Actually, probability means what? It is basically the chances. Chances of what? Suppose you are playing a match. So, now what is a chance of winning? Or what is a chance of to get means to lose the match? Okay. So, probability, that is chapter number 22. Suppose you have played a match, so either you will win or you will lose. Okay, so number of possible, that is total number of possible outcomes. What are the total number of possible outcomes? So that is you are playing a match and either you will win or you will lose. So how many outcomes are there? Winning and losing. That is to win is one, to lose. So one and one, that is two. So total number of possible outcomes is two and number of favorable outcome to win. So now I want to check that what is the chance to win. So number of possible outcomes to win is how many? One. Okay, so you are playing a match. Either you will win or you will lose. So how many? So what are the outcomes favorable to the event? Event of what? Event to win the match is one. Okay, only one outcome is favorable to the event which we have chosen, that is 1. So number of favorable outcome is 1. So what is the probability now? So probability to win is equals to number of favorable outcomes, that is 1, by total number of possible outcomes, that is 2. So probability to win is number of favorable outcomes to win by total number of possible outcomes, that is 2. So what is the probability to win? That is 1 by 2. Now always remember one thing, students, that probability is always greater than 0 and less than 1. You can also say that it can be less than equal to 0 or less than and less than equals to 1. Sorry. So, or you can also say that probability is greater than equals to 0 and less than equals to 1. So, probability is what? It is between this range. That is, it is within this range. That is the range is 0 and 1. So, the range of probability is 0 and 1. Now, it is either greater than 0 or it is less than 1, but it cannot be greater than 1. Okay, this one you remember, that probability, like, can it be 2, can it be 3? No, it cannot be. Okay, probability can never become greater than 1. Okay, probability can never be greater than 1. It lies within this range. That is, what is the range? The range is between 0 to 1. So the range of probability is always 0 to 1. So it is always 0 less than 0 greater than equals to p less than equals to 1. So this is a range of probability. So it can never be negative or it cannot be greater than 1. Now see, probability to win is 1 by 2. Now let us check what is the probability to lose the match. Let us check that now. See, so to lose the match, what it is, you can see again the same way, that is number of favorable outcomes to lose. What it will be? That is only one. So probability to lose is number of favorable outcomes, by total number of possible outcomes. Now number of favorable outcome is what? Okay, probability to lose. Okay, what is the probability to lose? That is number of favorable outcomes to lose the match. Okay, by total number of possible outcomes. So what is the number of favorable outcomes to lose? You can see that we have only two possible outcomes, that is either we will win or we will lose. So the total number of possible outcome is what? It is 2. Okay, and what is the possibility? Okay, what is the outcome to lose? That is only one. So you have 1 by 2. Okay, so the probability to lose a match is number of favorable outcomes to lose. How many favorable outcomes? We have 1. And what is the total number of possible outcomes? That is either we will win or we will lose. How many? It is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so it is 1 by 2. So probability to lose is 1 by 2 and we have got probability to win is 1. Now let us add this probability. Let this be the event E. So probability, okay, and let be the event E dash. So it is E dash. Now what we will get is, if we add this 2, that is probability to win, let us consider to be E, and the probability to lose, that is, let us consider it to be E dash. So what it will be? It will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That is 1. So sum of probability is always 1. That is probability of you getting winning, okay, you are winning the match, plus what is the probability of you being losing the match, it will be always 1. Okay, so the total probability will always be 1. Suppose you are losing the match, okay, we are finding that the probability to lose a match. So the probability to lose a match plus the probability of you being winning the match will always be 1. Okay, so this one you need to keep in mind. Okay, so here you can see this is the concept. Okay, so now this was an example. Now let us start with the chapter. So here is our first question. Chapter 22. A box contains 600 screws. 1/10 are rusted. One screw is taken out at random from this box. Find the probability that it is a good screw. Okay, so what we have seen, that a box contains, so this is exercise. So let's start with exercise 22 and our first sum. We will start with our first sum. So that is, a box contains how many screws? We have seen that the box contains 600 screws. Okay, so let us write total number of screws. Okay, total number of, so total number of screws is 600. We have that in our question. So you can see that a box contains 600 screws, 1/10 are rusted. So total number of screw is 600 and the number of screws which are rusted is equals to 1 by 10 into 600, because 1/10 of these screws are rusted. Okay, 1/10 of 600 screws are rusted. So that means what? How many screws are rusted? That is 60. Okay, so number of screws which are rusted is equals to 60. So now, so how many screws are good then? So what we will do? We will just subtract. Okay, so number of screws which are good, okay, or you consider that which are in good condition, is equals to 600 minus 60. That is what? How many? 540. Okay, so total number of screw is 600 and the number of screws which are rusted is equals to 1/10 of 600. That is how many? 60. Okay, now number of screws which are good is equals to 600 minus 60, that is 540. Now you have to find what? You have to find, now this is not our question that to find uh, the number of screws which are in good condition. No, this is not our question. What is the question? We want to find the probability that it is a good screw. Okay, so the probability to get a good screw is equals to, what shall we do? We will do what is that, the again the formula you have to apply, that is number of favorable outcomes. Okay, that it is good, how many screws are good? 540. 540 screws are good, and Out of what? That is, what is the total number of possible outcomes? Okay, probability to get a good skew. You have seen that the number of good skew, that is number of favorable outcomes. Okay, that is what? Of being good is how many? 540. And what is the total number of screws? That is 600. Okay, so it will be 600. Okay, actually students, I am out. As you can see, that's such a beautiful weather, and I thought of making a video for my class 10 students. Okay, I am out, but still, okay, I'm carrying books for you all so that we can learn together. So let's learn. Okay, so you might be having some difficulty, or we might face some difficulties, but still our learning should not stop. So see, so probability to get a good skew is what? So it will be number of favorable outcomes. And what is the outcome? To get a good skew. Okay, to get a good skew, what is a favorable outcome? That is 540. So this is our favorable outcome. And what is the total number of skew? The total number of skew is 600. So that will be our total number of possible outcomes. So that is 600. So now let's reduce it. So it is 54 by 60. So you can reduce it again. So it is getting divisible by 2. Okay, so you can directly divide it by 6. That is 6 nines are and 6 tens are. So it is coming 9 by 10. So what is the probability to get a good skew is 9 by 10. So I'm again repeating the question. That is, actually it is chapter number 22. A box contains 600 screws, one tenth are rusted, and one screw is taken out at random. Okay, so what is the probability to get a good screw? So the total number of screw is 600, and you can see that the number of screw which are rusted is 1 by 10 into 600. Okay, why? Because one tenth are rusted. One tenth of 600 screws are rusted, so it is 60. Now number of screws which are good. What shall we do? Because 60 screws are already rusted, so it will be 600 minus 60, that is 540. Now what is the probability to get a good screw? The formula is number of favorable outcomes to event. And what is our event to get a good screw? And how many good screws are there? That is 540. So it will be 540 in the numerator. And what will be in the denominator? Total number of possible outcomes. So total number of possible outcomes, how many screws are there all total? That is 600. So these are the total number of screws. So it will be 540 by 600. So that is 9 by 10. Let's start with the next question. So you can see in a lottery, there are five priced tickets. Five priced tickets are there and 995 blank tickets are there. A person buys a lottery ticket. Find the probability of his winning a prize. Now students, tell me, there are how many tickets in total? That is five prize tickets and 995 blank tickets. So how many tickets are there? Tickets I'm saying, not about the price one. How many tickets are there? So it is 5 plus 995. That is how many? 1000. And a person buys a lottery ticket, find a price, so find a probability of us winning a prize. Okay, so how many tickets are there? That is price, that is 5. And how many total tickets are there? It is 995 plus 5. Let it not be price, but still it's a ticket. Okay, so it is 1000. So let us do. Okay, so let's see. So question number 2. So how many total tickets? Okay, so total tickets are how many? That is 995 blank tickets plus 5 prize tickets. So that is 1000. Now, how many prize tickets are there? Number of prize tickets, as we have seen in the question, number of 5 priced tickets is equals to 5. And what is the probability? Probability is equals to, what is it? Probability of what? Probability of us winning a prize. So we want to find the probability of us winning. Okay, so actually students, it's raining. Okay, it's raining outside and I'm out and um trying to make you all learn. Okay, so please kindly support me in such unfavorable time also I am teaching you all so that we can learn together. Okay, so it's especially for class 10 children. So please learn and please do support. Please watch the video and please you can comment me if you have any doubt. Okay, so we'll clear those doubts, and if you want me to begin with any other topic, we'll do that also, but you have to comment me. Okay, you need to let me know. So probability is what? So probability of what? Probability of winning. Okay, how he will win, that is number of favorable outcomes. What? Okay, what is the number of favorable outcomes? Number of a favorable outcome to win. Okay, so if it is a prize ticket, obviously he will get a prize and he will win. So how, what is the number of favorable outcome? That is 5 by total number of probability. What is the total number of probability? That is, what is the total number of favorable outcomes? Total number of favorable outcome is the total number of tickets, that is 1000. So total number of favorable outcome is 1000, that is the total number of tickets. Okay, so it is 5 by 1000. So that is 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, and 0 0. So that 1 by 200. See, it's raining. The weather is so cool. Okay, and let's learn probability. Okay, let's focus. It's raining. I don't know whether you can see clearly or not. It's raining. Okay, I'm carrying my umbrella. You can see the drops. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so here you see. So the second question is, in a lottery there are 5 prize tickets and 995 blank tickets. So what is the total number of tickets? That is 995 plus 5, that is 1000. And a person buys a lottery ticket, find the probability of his winning a prize. So what is the probability of his winning? That is number of outcomes favorable to the event, that is of winning. If it's a prize ticket, obviously he will win, so it is 5 by total number of possible outcomes, that is total number of tickets, that is how many? 1000. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 0 0. So it is 1 by 200. Now let's see number 3. See, 12 defective pens are accidentally mixed with 132 good ones. It is not possible to just look at a pen and tell whether it is defective, whether or not it is defective. One pen is taken out at random from this lot. Determine the probability that the pen taken out is a good one. So you see, so 12 defective pens are there, okay, and it is mixed with 132 good ones. It is mixed with 132 good ones, and how many pens are in defective? That is 12. So can you tell me what are the total number of pens? So total number of pens, obviously it will be 132 plus 12, whether it is good or whether it is bad. How many pens you are having, that is the matter. Okay, so total number of pens is equals to how many? Is equals to, we have seen 132 good ones plus 12 which is defective. Okay, so that is how many? That is 144. So we have 144 pens in all. Now you see, it is not possible to look at a pen and tell whether it is effective or not, because it is mixed. Okay, it is mixed with a good one. Okay, so whether it is working or not, you have to use, then only we can recognize. Now you are picking one pen at random. Now what is the probability that whether it is a good one? So how will you find it out? Okay, so so what is the probability of it? So let's write at first that how many defective pens are there. Number of defective pens is equals to 12. Okay, actually it's raining and the droplets are, you can see over here. Okay, it's raining. I am making the video. Okay, so number of defective pen is 12. It's 12. Okay, so now probability of getting a good pen. So the probability of getting a good pen is equal to what? It will be number of favorable outcomes. Okay, number of favorable outcomes to what? number of favorable outcomes to get a good pen. That is what? How many good pens are there? 12 by total number of favorable outcomes. Okay, total number of outcomes. So total number of outcomes is what? So that is the total number of pens, that is 144. So let me repeat once again. That is probability of getting a good pen is what? That is number of favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes to get a good pen. That is how many? How many good pens are there? Sorry, here it is. Okay, 132 good pens are there. Okay, sorry, 132 good pens are there. Okay, so 132. So the number of favorable outcomes, that is to get a good pen, is 132 because 132 pens are good. And what is the total number of favorable outcomes? Total number of possible outcomes, that is total number of pens we have, be it good or be it bad. That is 144. So 132 by 144. Let's divide it by 12. It is 12 11 so 132. 12 12 so 134. So that is, it will be 11 by 2. So probability of getting a good pen is 11 by 12. So see students, it is raining outside. Okay, so I'm stopping this video over here. Shall I stop or shall I continue with our learning? Are you all enjoying it? Please comment. Let me know whether you are able to understand or not. Please, please comment, dear students, whether you were able to listen to me or not. Okay, it's raining outside. You can see. See the chocolates. Well, so now you see. So here you can see the total number of pens were 144 and number of defective pens were 12. Okay, so probability of getting a good pen is what? That is the number of favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes to what? To get a good pen. And here you can see that how many good pens are there? 132 good pens. So number of favorable outcomes to get a good pen is 132 by what is the total number of probability? Total number of possible outcomes, that is 144. Be it good or be it bad. Total number of pens we have 144. So total number of possible outcome is 144. Now we divided it by 12. It is 11 by 12. That's the answer. Let's move on to next question. That is two players, Sania and Sonali, plays a tennis match. It is known that the probability of Sania winning the match is 0.69. What is the probability of Sonali winning? Okay, so here you have Sania winning the match, but it is wanting to know what is the probability of Sonali winning the match. So if you remember, when we have started this chapter, I have told you that probability to win plus probability to lose is what? It is always 1. So probability of you being winning plus probability of you losing the match is always 1. Okay, that I have already shown you. So here the question is, so total probability will always be 1. So here two players, Sania. So Sania winning the match is 0.69. So what will be the probability of Sania losing the match? So what will be the probability of Sania losing the match? What it will be? It will be always 1 minus probability of Sania, probability of Sania winning the match. So what it is? 1 minus we have 0.69. Okay, so probability of Sania winning the match is 0.69. That is 1 minus 0.69. That is 0.31. Okay, so probability of Sania losing the match is 0.31. So obviously if Sania loses the match, so who will win? Sonali will win because the match is between these two players, that is Sania and Sonali. So if Sania is losing, we have already found that Sania is, that what is the probability of Sania losing the match. So if she loses the match, obviously who will win? Sonali. So they have got the answer. That is probability of Sania winning the match. Sorry, Shonali. Probability of Shonali winning the match is 0.31. So this is the probability of Sania winning the match. So that was the question. That what is the probability of Sania winning? So that is probability of Sonali winning. Yes. What is the probability of Sonali winning? So it is found that probability of Sonali winning the match is 0.3. So it's raining outside. Okay, so we will start soon. So hope that this much is clear to you. We'll start with question number 5 in the next video. Thank you everyone.